¿Cuántos elementos?
Well, we finally got our Silent Hill adaptation. Sort of.
Sort of.
Hello, everybody. We just got out of the Regal Theater. Yeah, we had to go to the Regal Theater to watch this. The Regal Theater is pretty far away from us. That's where we saw Silent Hill.
Return to Silent Hill.
Yeah, Return to Silent Hill. And this is where you'll be, and Superman. And this is when we saw Undertone.
One of the newest A24 films.
Yeah, one of them.
Well, I said one of. It's not the newest.
Yeah. Well, technically it's newest, I think.
Until, like...
It came out, like, last week on Fridays.
True.
We missed it on Friday the 13th because I believe...
I think you just didn't have enough...
I believe we just didn't have the time to do so, which is fine. But we saw Undertone, the newest horror movie, and I liked it.
No, not without its faults. I'm just kidding.
Not without its faults, but I don't know if you have the same faults as I do.
I guess it would be dependent.
Yeah,
It's probably just some nitpicks for me, but it's probably some, like, details for you that you're probably going to miss. Or,
not really details in the plot, more so just details on how it's presented. And I'll get into that, but, yeah, sorry, we can't have the front light on because he's driving and that will distract him. So we're gonna have the backlight on, only this time you can hear all of us because Sweaty Goku's not here for us to...
He won't sweat on us anymore.
Yeah, I was a little embarrassed by the fact that you could barely hear Sweaty Goku.
Yeah, you could barely hear him.
Yeah, in the video, which I am so sorry, Sweaty Goku, but it is what it is. But anyways, so Undertone. The plot of the movie is that a woman who is taking care of her mother does like an ASMR podcast.
Is it just podcasting, or is it just? I don't think it was ASMR. I just think it's like.
Well, the sound design definitely felt ASMR. But yeah, she runs a podcast where her and her buddy, maybe lover, Justin.
I think buddy, just because she has a boyfriend in the film,
right?
Even though we don't see him,
right? Much. But what about her
boyfriend?
No, her pregnancy.
Oh,
yeah.
Spoilers!
I mean, we do spoilers here anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't speak.
It's okay.
But, yeah, so her friend her maybe boyfriend does a podcast with her where they basically investigate strange recordings, horror videos. Their whole podcast is about horror. They try to look into the unknown and stuff like that. And the whole point is that she's the logical one, while he's the more skeptical one. I wish they went into that dynamic a little bit more, other than just repeating the same elements over and over again. But we'll get into that shortly. But yeah, basically they find these 10 recordings, and she has to go through them, and things get worse as the recordings go on. This isn't a long movie. It's only an hour and 30 minutes, you said?
Mm-hmm. Like an hour and 34.
Yeah, an hour and 34, whichever it is.
Standard movie runtime.
So, as far as the things I like, watch this if you want to watch it, because I don't know if I guess I'll recommend it. It just depends on the person watching. But go to the best theater you can as far as stereos go.
That's surround sound or anything.
because the sound design is really well done.
Yes.
Really well done, especially at the end.
No.
Because the end goes wild with all the noises and all the sounds and recordings that you hear at the end of the movie, and it gets real fucking disturbing.
With the noises and the bling and the hoi flag.
Undertone, but Jerry Lewis.
No, with the bing bong and the dong dong and the hoi flag.
And the baby with the nice lady. But yeah, it's a really well designed movie in terms of its sound. Mm-hmm. It's not on a huge budget. I believe it's only like 500,000.
Is it? I didn't look at it.
We can take a look at it afterwards. But I did hear something about 500,000. Might be more. But
500,000? Because that is like a pretty.
Yeah, it's a pretty low budget movie as far as I know.
I mean, hey, go big or go broke.
I mean, most of the movies depended on its sound. I mean, they even marketed this movie on some of the posters as the scariest movie you've ever heard. I don't know if it's the scariest one I've heard, but
it's the most scary movie of the year. What about the last one? That one doesn't count. It's this year.
No. Scariest movie you ever heard, not seen, heard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was its marketing, because it's like, it's all dependent on the sound. It's all dependent on, all that sort of thing.
But don't watch unless you're deaf or something.
Is it dependent on its visuals? Fuck no. Okay, so I guess I can explain my problems here. In terms of its visual horror, I feel like it could have been doing a lot more. Now, I am not a guy who asks for, have a jump scare here, have a jump scare there, have a spooky monster here. Now, that's for its own type of movie. But what I'm asking for is for more visual storytelling.
Right.
Because about all we know throughout the movie is, yeah, she has to take care of her mother. She didn't. She wasn't there for her mother all the time, but she is now, and she's taking care of her. And some kind of demon is in wait for our main character because of something. And you're probably wondering, is like, what's going on? And instead of giving us any visual storytelling of how she might feel in the moment, or have any like visual horror, like the sight of a fetus or anything like that. It sounds weird, but I mean, fucking PT was able to do it.
You drowned your sorrow in booze.
No, I'm not talking about the boys. I'm talking about like the fetus in the sink. Like, I'm wishing for more like Silent Hill type-esque visual horror where it all relates to what's happening with the main character.
Right.
But what you get with the main character is what you get. You don't get anything more than just, she takes care of her mother, and we figure out, like, in a pretty random reveal, that she speaks to her mother of just like, hey, I'm pregnant, I have a child in wait. Is like, wait, this is like the middle of the movie. Why are you saying this now? In fact, why would you say it to your mother, who you know is probably not connected with the world? If you want to have that reveal, you want to have that reveal when she's talking with Justin,
right?
Of just like, I have a child, and I'm scared. It's like we don't get much conversation with her and Justin about anything that relates to her personal story. All we get is what we get, which is just, how's your mom? Oh, I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Hey, do you want to do these recordings? Oh, it's all fake gobbledygook, that sort of thing. And that's pretty much what you get for like the rest of the movie until the climax, because that's all she does is,
Sorry.
I don't believe in any of this. I don't believe in any of that. The next scene, I don't believe in any of this. I don't believe in any of that. And you think that would all build up to a big conversation between her and Justin so that they could talk to each other more and get through this, and then it would end in tragedy. But it doesn't. In fact, we get one scene where she is drinking and Justin goes, "You're not drinking again, are you?" And, it's a slow moment where she's like, "No, I'm not doing it." "Oh, really?" "No, I'm not doing it." And then we don't get anything else after that with the whole drinking problems. We don't see her progressively drinking throughout the movie and getting worse and worse as the days go on, and her nightmares get worse and worse. You see what I mean? There's not a whole lot of visual storytelling, and it's clearly because the movie wants to depend everything on its sounds. And I wish they just did more with it. It's like you can't just have the sounds. You have to have a story with the characters.
I mean, I get it. They probably just wanted to make the characters just a little simple to get more of the story progressing. If I'm saying that right, they don't want to get they don't want to push it too forward. Is what I'm trying to say. They just probably wanted to keep the characters a little simple, but with some characteristics in order to progress through. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, that's fine if somebody else wants that, but that's just not what I personally want from this story. Because if you want to go with the Silent Hill type treatment, and that's just the kind of treatment that I call it when movies try to go for a more personal type story with its characters and some sort of horror affecting them. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like they also underutilized some of the actual visual horror that they had, like what is she called? Saint Mary?
Oh, the nun. I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. The Mary statue, which is utilized very effectively in the teaser.
Oh, trust me.
Of like this thing that's constantly twitching back and forth and staring at you, and they don't use that much. And I thought they were going to use it so our main character is trying to sleep. She's desperately trying to sleep. So she puts on this ambient sort of thing.
Ambience to help.
Where this lady
sleep therapy app.
Yeah, sleep therapy. Where this lady is going picture some water, and they do utilize the sound very well by having her describe things in a very disturbing way.
Right.
But what would have really been effective is that how she kept staring at the wall.
Like if we saw the nun,
Yeah. Imagine the nun staring back at her.
Oh, I would hate you for that because I would have a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, but it would have been
effective. I know.
Yeah, it would have been really effective. It would have been terrifying.
Ugh.
But no, it's just the wall, and all we get is the sound. Is you have to accompany the two. You can't just do one and then not do the other, because it's just one of those things that requires... Now, there are times where the sound is very effective on its own. Like I said, the ending. Especially when it's all black screen and all you hear is the main character screaming, and then you hear all the babies crying. Yeah. It's that was great. That was great.
Oh, God, it was like being a kindergarten.
that was all well and good. But I don't know. I feel like Justin was also very underutilized because, like I said, they don't have much conversation about her personal story. Neither do we get any sort of conversation between her and Justin about his life. We don't know much about Justin. We don't know much about what he's going through. If you're going to have it, because I thought that the movie was just going to be about her going through all this, but no, we added a second character named Justin, and he's just kept the same throughout the story. He's the skeptical one. He's the one who's more terrified of this than she is, and he wants to stop at one point, but she tells him to keep on going. And I feel like there should have been a scene where, as she's pushing him and pushing him and pushing him, he just asked the question, okay, is there something you're looking for? Is there something that I should know?
Right.
Is there something that's bothering you? Because I can hear it in your voice. I know what you're like. This isn't you. And I feel like we should talk about this. And they could stop the episode and try to have a conversation. Like, that's all I'm asking for. It's just more character. I just want more character. So, because more character accompanies the horror. Like, my favorite horror film of all time is Exorcist. And I should watch that with you on October. But I want to watch that with you because you would love it. That movie is all about how the horror affects the characters in very personal ways. And I don't want to get into spoilers at all with the film. So I'll just say, as far as it goes, is that
it's very effective.
Well, if I want to go a bit deeper, I would say that with one of the characters, the type of horror that affects them is the horror of being in a hospital and having to go through all these tests and such, and how it's affecting her mental state. And one of the other characters is the possession of her daughter that's affecting her and everything she's going through, and just how much is breaking her down and bringing her to faith.
Right.
Because the whole movie is about faith. And then there's a third character, which I won't get into. His whole thing is with the actual horror itself, which is the demon, and how it taps into his personal life. And so much is done with those characters. And I was just kind of hoping for the same kind of thing with this. Because this is another aspect that I'll get into. Yes, while I was watching this movie, I was constantly covering my eyes and peeking through because I was afraid something was going to happen.
You covered your eyes with your hands, meanwhile I had the popcorn bucket and be like, I have better protection than you.
But yes, I was covering my eyes because I was afraid I would see something very horrific, or see a character run towards the main character, or something, subtle horror like. But that's the thing. I went into this movie with two mindsets while watching. One was my first viewing, and the second one was, how would this go on my second viewing? Because that's important in horror. Keeping up enough of a pace
right.
to keep you horrified no matter how many times you watch it. And when I was using my second mindset, I sat through a lot of those scenes going like, well, yeah, it's getting me tense. Yes, I'm quite scared. But nothing's happening. Nothing's really happening. It's just like, oh, we're rotating the camera around here. What's gonna happen? There's nothing there. No faded out image. No subtle changes in the room. It's just, we're panning over, and there's the main character again. All right, now we stop the shot.
Now we're panning over, and there she is.
Or it'll go like that scene with the lights kind of bothered me. It was the one where she goes to her mother, and it's setting up. It's like, oh, the mother's looking at her. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? She shuts the door. When the lights just turned on behind her. She knows that the lights were turned on, and she doesn't think to go into the room and investigate, or at least grab a weapon and then go back in. It's like, that's not how you should do things. Like, you don't just set up and have nothing. You only do that if you want to reassure the audience, okay, we're fine, but the next time we do this, we're gonna fucking get you. They don't do that until like the very end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You only and occasionally you'll have the setup that's well paid off, like you know, like an image behind her or faded into the darkness, that sort of thing. But a lot of the time, it's just, we're going to have the camera pan up over here, nothing. We're going to have the camera pan over here, nothing. We're going to have the character, we're going to have the camera, you know, be in position. That's another thing that bothered me. If the camera is positioned in a way where you have character on one side and then emptiness on the other side, you have to set up that emptiness.
Right.
You have to pay off that emptiness.
They almost did do that like a little bit in some shots, but
in some shots, but a lot of the shots, especially in the beginning, why would you have them in the beginning? I don't understand. You have character here and then emptiness in the other, and there's nothing in the emptiness. And they do this so many times in the movie that it kind of bothers me as to why do you do these shots if you're not going to do much with them until like very later?
Right. Yeah, I can kind of see that could be a bother.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't dislike this movie. This movie definitely has its moments. But I feel like if I watch it the second time, I'm just not going to be as invested as I was
The first
when I was watching it, while I was letting the movie pass.
Well, because you'd be more focused on like some of the shots that don't really set up anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the only time you would be afraid. Honestly, I think if I watched it the second time, the only thing I would be afraid of is, well, unironically, either the non-picture or just like the sounds. But even then, it's like the 50-50. Not the nun.
And here's the thing: if anybody want to talk about budget, like we can't have this thing, we can't have this thing. Yes, you can. You're A24. They clearly have bigger budget movies, not like on a massive budget or anything, but they clearly have movies with bigger budget than the other. They clearly have the time to do this. They're an independent film studio. So I don't think there will be any problem in making sure that you have the materials to do this sort of thing. And yeah, I guess we can talk about the ending now. The ending is where the horror was most effective.
Yes.
Because that's when they decided to utilize both the visuals and the horror. Because basically at the end of the movie, the main character clicks on the 10th file, and that's where all sorts of shit happens. They get phone calls going like, you shouldn't have fucking done that. Phone calls like, oh,
my child.
I guess that's a problem another problem I have. This random character named Abby comes in and just like, I'm gonna murder my child. It's like, wait, what? No, wait, you have to understand, I killed my mother. Wait, what?
Yeah, I'll admit that part was weird at the ending.
Yeah, like, she's talking metaphorically, she killed her mother. But at the same time, it's like, who the fuck is Abby? Why is this Abby coming out of fucking nowhere?
Right.
I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. But everything else, like, Saint Mary, or, well, what was the demon's name?
Oh,
Abazu?
I want to say yes, but I can't.
Yeah,
Abby something, I just forgot.
I'll just call it Abazu. In fact, that might actually be a connection, Abby and Abazu.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, like the image of Abazu getting closer and closer from the darkness. I wish they did a little bit more with that, where she closes up and we see more of the image.
Right.
But I guess they didn't have much. I don't know.
Right. You only just saw like her claw. You didn't really see much of her face, except actually, yeah, you didn't really see much of her face.
Yeah. You don't see a whole lot of her except for like drawings and that fucking picture. By the way, if I saw that picture and saw that woman stare, I would be like, okay, so I'm just going to close that tab forever. I'm not going to keep that tab open while I'm watching the video. Or, well, listening to the video.
Because that's just going to emphasize more on the fucking, like, what the fuck?
It's like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, the actual scenes of her like going up the stairs and the camera moving in all sorts of weird ways, all that sort of thing, and then it just cutting to black and us hearing the horror itself of our main character screaming and all the babies crying and all this sort of thing. That's all well and good. I just wish we had
more
better payoffs, better setups, because I don't know. I just feel like this was a movie that was fine in execution, but was kind of lacking in what it could have done with its potential.
Right.
But yeah. What would you say are your problems?
Honestly, I don't think I really could say much because I pretty much think all I had were probably the ones you said.
Oh. You remember some of the dialogue is a little weird.
Some of them were, oh yeah, the lines were weird. When one point she says, oh yeah, what was it? Oh, when he said, what's going on over there? And she's all like,
must be a glitch in the Matrix. It's like, what? That's the line you chose for her?
I don't know.
What's happening over there? I don't know. The ping has gone over 9,000.
The ping. What does your computer say about the ping level? It's over 9,000.
Glitch in the Matrix. It's like, okay, if that's what you want to write, that's what you want to write.
Maybe we're just tired of hearing Matrix lines and puns in the films or something.
I guess. I don't know. I also think some of the acting could have been a little better.
I probably didn't notice that much acting.
Most of my acting was with Justin because I feel like Justin is a bit too calm in certain situations.
Right.
Like when he hears more of the recording or starts to understand, like when the recording mentioned black sheep, you would expect him to kind of overreact a little bit with just like, wait a fucking minute, I just heard, we heard that, what's going on? But no, he's just like, yeah, we heard that just a minute ago.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what else is going on.
What the fuck is going on, man? This shit's whack.
I don't understand, Scoob. I don't understand.
Scoob, what's going on here? I'm still in a run of rain, Raggy. Fuck you.
Rub this.
No, it doesn't even say. He just leaves.
Oh, if somebody needs to edit this movie, but it's Shaggy.
All right, everyone, welcome to Undertone.
I feel like the demon's trying to get our Scooby snacks to Scoob.
Oh, what's going on, Raggy?
Raggy, are they trying to steal the baby?
Raggy, are they red-wrapping the baby?
You do that very well.
Well, Colors, he has a speech impediment. Remember, no buzz or something.
Right.
Are they red-wrapping the baby?
What the hell are you talking about, Scoob? Oh god, this went on shorter than I expected. Only
Black Sheep, but sung by Scooby.
Oh god, but yeah, we went on for 28 minutes. That's a
new record.
That's not a new record.
It's a record. It's new to us. Shut up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have much to say else about I don't have much else to say about this movie.
No.
It's just if you prefer just sound horror or just basic type horror. By the way, that one jump scare they did
with the old lady.
They only did one jump scare, and I felt like it was extremely cheap.
With the mother. I didn't see it fully. I was
yeah. You were covering your eyes, but
Well, can you blame me?
Yeah, she just kind of gets up like,
Rocky!
No, it's Velma going, Jinkies!
Jinkies! The whole lady is Velma.
But yeah, I don't know much else to say, and honestly, if you're fine with more silent type horror where nothing much happens and it's all just set up and then the horror is like, that's fine. I just want more. That's all.
You probably just recommend this to. You probably just recommend this film for people that have like that. I forget what type of phobia it is, but it's just the ones of like dark hallways, loud sounds.
I mean, I kind of have a phobia of dark hallways when I'm like walking in the middle of the night and then I hear something.
Yeah.
But
not me. I'm afraid of seaweed underwater. That's right. I'm a biatch.
But yeah, that's all we have to say about the movie. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Any final thoughts?
I don't know. The next movie we're going to see is next week, Project Hail Mary. I'm sure we'll have something to say about that movie. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully. It's slowly climbing up, all right? Because we had The Bride, which was like the lowest of the low for us. and then
I would say it's more...
and then we're climbing up with Undertone. It's like, that was
It's a step up. We'll say it's a step up.
Yeah, it's a step up.
I think the only... What was the only positive film we had? Was it Weapons?
No, it wasn't the only positive film we had.
Which one else did we have again? Oh, Long Walk.
Long Walk, Iron Lung.
Long Walk. Was it Iron Lung?
Yeah, Iron Lung. We liked that.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was honestly waiting for your opinion. I thought you had, like... I remember you were saying, like, maybe you might have a different thought if I watch it again.
I'm fine with the movie. It's still fine.
Okay. But yeah, Iron Lung, Long Walk, Weapons.
Yeah, Weapons. We did watch Smashing Machine, but we didn't record that one.
We didn't have much to say about it, did we not? Or we just didn't feel like it?
We just didn't feel like it.
Right.
Though, we do recommend you go see Smashing Machine. It's a good movie.
Yeah. It's probably The Rock's best film.
Is there anything else?
Nothing really much.
Because I feel like most of the good movies we saw were, like, not on After Theater Thoughts. We saw, like, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but we didn't record that one.
Well, no. It's just... no, I don't think I can add much else. Unless you count, like, films that we haven't pre-recorded. Because that was, like, from, like, 3 years ago.
I guess... Wait, 3 years ago?
Well, before we did After Theater recordings.
Oh, before that, yeah. But yeah, that's all we gotta say. So we'll see you guys another time.
This movie was mid.
It was fine. Have a good one.
Enjoy your night. Lock your doors. Hide your kids.
And your children.
Hide your wife.
In fact, if a baby snapping demon comes just to build a cage,
grab your cross and yell, "Ooga booga!"
It's like in Scary Movie where she had like an electric fence on her pussy.
Oh my god, dude!
It's like, now you can't come for me, Abuzu. At the zoo.
Applebee's.